we've got our guest, Larry Daley, Titanic expert, all suited up. Right? You're looking like the Aquanaut here. And you give speeches to schools, eh?
Yeah, I do. I go into various schools around St. John's, like grade 3s, 4s, and other grades, and just volunteer to go in and do a lecture and talk about Titanic. So it motivates kids, gets them excited, gets them into reading, things like that.
Great. And what we're going to see now is some exclusive footage you have of your dive in June of 2003. Maybe if we can roll that tape, and you can be our tour guide and just walk us through what we might be seeing now. And this is again in Russian submarine, 13,000 feet under the water?
Yeah, exactly. Jesse, what you're seeing here now, I'm aboard the Russian submersible Mir 1 with a pilot and another occupant, and right now we're almost at 13,000 feet. And what you're seeing obviously is the bow and the bow railing. And when you drop to the bottom, it takes 4 hours to get down there. When you drop to the bottom, they use transponders that they've deployed the day before that are on the bottom. They bring you right to the bow. So it's pretty amazing that you drop 4 hours and next thing, bang, you're at the bow and you start your tour. This scene here is obviously memorials that have been placed there previous expeditions, by various people from around the world for significant reasons. It could be family, it could be some kind of a connection to an organization.
It must have been a combination of feeling quite excited and nervous to be down there, but also tragic and sad to see this as an actual gravesite.
Oh, certainly. I mean, when you're there and you actually come up on the bow and see these memorials, you realize you're at a gravesite, and it is a bit overwhelming because you're there, you realize that over 1,500 people had lost their lives. And after you get over that part of it, then you actually start the adventure. You start looking around and exploring what's actually there, and it's pretty amazing that it's almost 100 years now since it sank, and it's in pretty good condition overall, for what it's been through. What you're looking at there actually now, it's the captain's cabin, Captain Smith's cabin. And the white image there in the bottom right corner is the captain's bathtub, because rusticles that are consuming the wreck, the slag that you see growing on the pig iron, is actually deteriorating the wreck. So the wreck will deteriorate over another few years. There won't be a lot left to it from, say, the actual shape. So you see the pipes in there, the bathtub, and these things are different metals, so they're not consumed by the rusticles. So these are preserved like they were the day they were, they were put there. So,
and you were saying it used to be 2 pieces, but now it's actually 3 pieces. That's how quickly it's deteriorating just over the course of your dives.
No, actually, the 3-piece part came in 2005. Deep Sea Detectives did a dive after we did our live from Titanic show with Jim. They had the ship and they went out looking for a 3rd piece. So now they've documented it with, the right people, the historians, and the architectural structure of the ship, that it did actually break into 3 pieces. So nothing major, in the significance of that, other than that they found a 3rd piece. So when it actually came apart, 1 piece went another way, and they found that after all these years.
How many people have taken this dive down here?
There's probably less than 200 people. There's actually been more people that flew space missions than have actually dove at depth or dove on Titanic, and this is considerable depth when you're down almost 13,000 feet. These subs are actually safe at 21,000 feet, and so it's pretty significant. And some people have done it several times. Jim's done it about 35 times for movies and different things, and a friend of mine, Ralph White, he had done it around the same. They were tied, him and Jim were, so some people have done it repetitively. Other people have one dive like I've had. I was fortunate enough to have the one dive, and it was an amazing adventure.